So they'll be calling you a radical. So I like all the head fake going on in the United States stock market and the GE freaking clown circus and the dumb fuckers catching the falling nuclear knife in the back. So let's talk the fucking crab collapse of Oregon, fucking the salmon collapsing. Now, here, this is important in this article, in this piece that showed up in fucking the scientific community in Canada. Finally, this isn't just one dude. This is the so-called consortium of scientists, the national, all these academia pieces of shit like Jay Cullen and gang, the epic deniers who do no work. They do no. That's the thing. Jay Cullen was spewing his big mouth all over one day. For Kevin Wedge, and I says, let's see your work, fucker. He don't do any work. That's the problem with PhDs. Dana's a PhD. I'm a PhD. You have to do the work. They don't do any work. They're book reporters. They're regurgitating whatever the narrative the fucking establishment puts out, which the establishment is the Nuclear Energy Crime Syndicate. They own academia. Fuck, I mean, it's where all the money's been for 70 years. Their fingers are everywhere. Everybody goes along and just repeats after me. They're like regurgitating fucking goats. Well, fainting goats. You know, they're afraid of poverty. Fucking. So, let's talk. GE first. So, it's been reported this morning that GE has 18 different power plants have been shut down, including natural gas fired, nuclear, all of them. The turbines are being reported 18. That's in India alone. China, they have, I mean, try 118. They're so fucked, it's unbelievable. You know, this criminal enterprise. The United States stock market, I like, oh, you know, Trump made a tweet and says, China, we're going to work. Do you think that's what this is about? This thing's so grotesquely over. This Ponzi scheme's coming apart. The greatest Ponzi scheme in world history. The United States, post-1980. Look at the fucking debt. Look at the academia debt. So to the crab. So the crab, let's talk. We didn't start the fire. No, we got the invisible fire now, fucking, which is called plutonium. It's a plasma coming off Fukushima. If you don't think this plasma, it's a plasma. That's what it is. It's a plasma that's burrowed into the earth, that's been into the Pacific Ocean, and you don't think it's starvation. Here, I'll prove it. I can prove it over and over and over and over. So we had record returns in 2015 in Canada, you know, on the Columbia, all of it. A big portion of the Columbia River runs into Canada. I mean, it's that big, that drainage. That's why the Columbia River is so hallowed. We don't count dead tide pools. Oh, Kevin Blanche does. Speaking of Carmel, I'll be in Carmel, and you elitists like to have your crab cocktails for New Year's. By the way, New Year's Day is when we start seeing the first whales migrate. And I'm the one that, if I didn't report this, me and the old retired marine biologists down there, you would never know in 2015 that the Greys were giving birth in Monterey because no government officials have pointed it. The whale peddlers haven't reported it. They kill the earth, and Trump and his lame duck Congress are really hell-bent on just killing everything that moves. They supposedly executive ordered. They pulled all the coal restrictions. Okay, well, right here the grouse are endangered. They pulled those restrictions off. They're hell-bent on killing. This is a degenerate fucking, they're sick. This lame duck fuck, what they pulled in fucking making of a mass murder with, I mean, what the fuck is the matter with you? Now, before I get to the crab low weights and the collapse in Oregon, well, let's get to it right now. The crab low weight they come right out and say, it's still closed. This is the season. This is the season. Why is it closed? Because they're small. There's no low weight. They're starving. I mean, the bottom fish went last. Why? I can prove it here. The chain went right down the eco chain. You can follow it along. The bottom feeders did pretty well as everything was dying and collapsing. Halibut, crab. Now they've completely wiped out crabs because they're the last to go. Because they're bottom feeders. We broke the chain, the luminescence, the plasma. So I want to talk about the U.S. economy. And Japan now is reporting there's more houses than people. That's the same. I want to tell this to the young people, and gild this in gold, and you can post this in the future. I've been saying this for 10 years now. Science fiction economics, the Ayn Rand, the low interest rate. In the future in the United States, the construction industry will be tearing down houses. There are 33 empty beds a day in the United States for every homeless person. We have overbuilt, that's what this has done. Growth for the sake of growth, the ideology of cancer cells, Edward Abbey, he did a lot of work right here. I won't stop there. Growth for the sake of growth, the ideology of cancer cells. That's what it's been. Ayn Rand, 0% interest rate, inflate your way out. The bubble, the academia bubble, the housing bubble, the stock market bubble, the everything bubble. Poop. You know, think about the one thing that matters. You traded in your health for some assholes fucking you never met as well. Think about this. All the elites have a pill. I'm Paul Bagley. I'm freaking, what's her name? Lisa Haven. I'm a, if they're a prophet, what the fuck am I? So it's like, tell that to Paul Allen. Tell that to Steve Chinese Jobs. One of my doctors was one of Steve Chinese Jobs. Oh, he wrote that letter. So the economy going forward will be tearing down houses, tearing down hotels. This whole growth dynamic, I mean, at post-war, you know, Japan's the 51st state. Yalta by the sea. Hello? The United States runs this dog and pony show. Why was Fukushima allowed to go on? We have a declining population. Well, let's see. You don't think it needed to decline in Japan? 125 million people on that little island? Well, California's getting to be there. 50 million, you know, but tourism. So, was it eugenics? Well, John Holdren ran the show. Look him up. Look him up. He was a eugenicist. It's the only thing I can wrap my... Why would they possibly? 60 Minutes comes right out and does a piece. Lake Barrett, who I know. This is like going to the moon. Bigger than that. So if it's like going to the moon, bigger than that, why isn't everybody over there? Why isn't the world ascendant? Why isn't all the top scientists? Because they're in their golden handcuffs, still perpetuating the greatest lie in human history called nuclearism. I'll be back in California standing at Carmel Cove, speaking of the elitists, right there in front of all the elitists and their crabs, the crab collapse. So the scientific community come right out and say in Canada, they're on the verge of extinction, the Chinook salmon. This is all just post. This is all recent. This is acute. And they say, well, there's people, read the article, people say that a possibly could be sea lions. Sea lions all starve to death. They started to death 5-6 years ago when the chain started to collapse. As I was reporting, I was walking along the coast, Central Coast, and I had a seal come right up to me. I was walking like this. And I could feel something. I could hear, you know, sense it. And I looked back, and a seal was nudging my freaking back pocket and my backpack. Thought maybe... I didn't have any food. I know better than that in the Central Coast of California, you know. I know better. Very dangerous, you know, elephant seals, sea lions. I was like, holy shit, it was nudging me like a puppy dog. It was starving to death. And they already collapsed. So it says right in the article, these idiots go along with this narrative because they're not about to look in the fucking mirror. This baby boomer, echo boomer, fucking most disgusting, sickening generation on earth. The whole world's talking Fukushima. But now, why in the fuck is not the world descending on it? Especially after the 60 Minutes piece. That should have set this fucking place on fire. Oh, they set it on fire. Plutonium fires, plutonium fires. A country of deniers. The greatest deniers. People are going to look back at the scientific and let all these people post all over. Especially these scientists and these people. Let them post all over. Is it even possible that tens of thousands of academia professors are mystified, they're puzzled, they're baffled, they're stumped, they're perplexed? Yeah, when they're a bunch of lazy derelicts in their golden handcuffs who do no work. It's like, again, Colin said, well, Dana and Blanche, they just rant and rave on YouTube. Rant and rave on YouTube. You want to see the body of work I've done post-Fukushima? I walked the entire coast of California, every square inch of it, to San Francisco from San Diego. Some of it multiple times, all over the fucking world. My body of work? Fuck. No, real PhDs, first you hypothesize the knowledge. Then you do at least 4.5, I've done 7 years, including in a bone marrow transplant center, fucking dying of AML leukemia. You want to talk field work? You want to talk field work? Fucking, my chest split open heart fucking surgery. I mean, why I'm doing all this work all over the world, traveling on a shoestring. Starving artists on chemo. So, where's your fucking work? You don't have any. Your book reporters, those aren't PhDs. It's not hypothesis, my Fukushima thesis. It's not hypothesis anymore. It was hypothesis. First you hypothesis. Then you do the field. Oh, I did the field work. Then you defend your work. Oh, I defended my work. Gilded in gold, kind of saying, Fukushima, the Great Pacific Genocide, the greatest PhD in human history. It's unarguable. Get out of the fucking market. It was a head fake. You're going to see a 50%, more than that. I look a year from now to see the, maybe 2 years, but I look for the United States market to be around 12,000. It's called deflate, maybe even less. Housing, I look for a 50% haircut in housing. Quickly, it's overbuilt. I mean, Can't sustain itself. I mean, what are they going to do? QE 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, what are they going to do? Lower the interest rate? And Rand Greenspan, militarism, heroism. You know, where's all your wealth? The redistribution of wealth? All of it? Where'd it go? The military-industrialized complex. Not to you. You trading your health for some asshole you never met's fucking wealth. Go Saudis. Go Abiy, the fucking monarchy. Go Putin, Putin, as I call it, the trilogy. And their wannabes. The new imperialist. The nuclear imperialist. The Saudis fly planes into the buildings, chop bodies up. Trump bows to them just like Obama bowed to them. The Queen has never been so proud. King George's great-granddaughter. Never been so proud. Abiy, he's the greatest fucking imperialist puppet there ever was. You know? Putin, oh boy. Oh, you don't think, but his days are limited. Live by the sword, die by the sword. A little polonium in the tea. That's how they play in Russia. And fucking their wannabes. Obama, fucking Trump, the bot years. They're going to look back at this and say, what the fuck's the matter with you fucking people? Geez, the head of this fucking snake. The greatest Ponzi scheme, fucking corrupt fucking organized crime family in human history. The nuclear energy crime syndicate, which controls all, that destroyed the fucking planet. Fucking go team.